I've been at AC Today for 2 years. I come from more the technical side of the industry. Usually within 24 hours, we can have somebody fixed and fixed back up with a new system, replacement. It usually doesn't take very long. Sometimes we'll even get in there the same day, depending on the type of installation it is.
My name is Jason. I'm a field service technician. The best part of my job, actually being able to fix something on site. Getting it done then and there instead of having to make a return trip is always better.
Please give us a call at 941-755-1336 or visit actoday-fl.com. For all your AC needs, remember, it's AC Today, not tomorrow.
Attention Sarasota, Bradenton listeners. My name is Greg Ellie of the Prosperity Group. I'm a former Sarasota, Bradenton native with over 30 years in the financial industry, where we focus on showing you how you can create tax-free income. That's right. We will teach you the most efficient ways for you to create tax-free income or a pension-like income. Simply call me at 1-800-440-0434 or go to mymoneyissafe.com. That's 1-800-440-0434.
Rights to the broadcast of this region final game in the 2024 FHSAA Class 5A Football Championships have been granted to AM 930 The Answer by the Florida High School Athletic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited.
Welcome back to Joe Cananfield Hawkins Stadium, the region final championship game between the Manatee Hurricanes and the Riverdale Raiders. Both captains are out on the field right now for the coin toss. And, Chad, slowly but surely the fans are starting to file in here. It's been kind of a sparse crowd the last couple of times, but, hey, look at things to pick up Thanksgiving weekend. But, hey, more importantly, what happens on the field is the most important thing. Move on to the Final Four.
Agreed. I think the fans will start coming in, hopefully, as everyone gets going and get off of their turkey dinners and all that good stuff from last night. And, I think the biggest thing with the crowd is we went 2 or 3 weeks without playing a game, right? And they kind of got in the mode of nothing's going on Friday night. Well, something's going on Friday night. It's a regional final here at Joe Cananfield at Hawkins Stadium, and hopefully push it to a semifinal that we can host. Yeah,
the Hurricanes won the toss. They elected to defer. The Riverdale Raiders will go on offense first. We'll wait for both teams to come out of the end zone on either end. The Canes coming out of the west end zone. But, hey, more importantly, get the defense on the field first. Last week we went on offense, right?
We did, first time in a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the fact defense goes out. That's the staple of our football team.
No, I think that although both sides are very, very good, I think that the defense, by and large, is the best part.
Set the tone, right?
Set the tone, absolutely. And you can go 3 and out, maybe get a special. Listen, we've been very good on punt block. And you never know when you get that punt block and get that momentum quickly early to the offense. But, hey, either way, I'm ready to get this game going. It's been a long week, it feels like, so I'm ready to go.
Here come the Hurricanes out of the west end zone, and we're getting close to the kickoff here. The Hurricanes will come into this football game looking to move forward. They're on a roll, Chad. They've been scoring points after points. Go back, way back in the season, we lose to Lowndes up in Georgia. I think that was kind of the turning point.
I don't want to say good loss. No coach, no player ever wants a good loss. But I think what it did was allow us to check ourselves a little bit and see where we bounce back and have to go back up to Gainesville to Buchholz, beat a very good Buchholz team, which is still playing tonight in their regional final. And then we go on a great run the rest of the season. I think the physicality we saw in Lowndes sets us up for the rest of the year because they're a very physical, run-the-ball-down-your-throat type team, which we're going to see tonight against Riverdale.
Hurricanes will come out and kick off. They'll be going left to right, east to west. They will be in the red helmets, navy tops, and navy pants, one of my favorite uniforms they wear. Basically, it goes back to the Wounded Warriors uniforms.
2012.
Yes.
That Sunday noon game against
Those were
Miramar.
staple uniforms.
Yeah, that was it.
When it's a big game, that's when you
wore
them.
Big game, you put these on. This is a big game, right? This is a regional final for us. First time since 2019 for us to get the semifinals. And I love that we're wearing them. And, listen, we don't lose in these uniforms. And this is a non-loss game tonight.
Riverdale, white helmets, white tops, and maroon pants. It'll be back deep for The Raiders will be number 1, Jermaine Redden, and number 24, Cole Hayes. It'll be Owen Jones on for the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff to get things underway here for the region final championship game. He'll put his right foot into it. We are underway here at Joe Kinnan Field at Hawkins Stadium. Hayes starting from the 10 to the 20, the 25. He's going to be stood up. Ball's loose. Hurricanes cover it. They got the ball. They'll start at the 21. A turnover, and the Canes, Jamari Parker on the recovery.
Big play. And listen, special teams, right? We've talked about this throughout the year, except for Penel's Park. We give up our first kickoff for a touchdown. Great job, special teams. This is really sparks to get the momentum going. Puts field position for the offense.
1st and 10, Hurricanes at the Riverdale 21-yard line. It'll be Andrew Heidel, the starting quarterback, over 2,200 yards throwing on the year. Keanu Smith will be all set to his left. He'll have 2 receivers to his left. Handoff inside to Keyshawn across the 20, down inside close to the 15-yard line. We'll give him a 7-yard pickup on the play, and the Canes are in the Pinch A Penny red zone. Pinch A Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool. Whether you're buying or selling, go to Pinch A Penny, 3500 Manatee Avenue West. Look for Lee Zoller. He'll set you up with all your pool supplies.
Good run there by Keyshawn for gaining 7. Let's see if we can keep it going.
Handoff again to Keyshawn up the middle. He's going to be close to the 10-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. It is. 1st and goal, Hurricanes at the 10-yard line, a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, listen, I love feed Keyshawn until they can't stop Keyshawn, right? Then you'll do a little RPO action, a little run-pass option, and then Andrew can pick apart the secondary.
2 receivers to the left. Keyshawn just offset to the left, and Andrew Heidel. Keyshawn again, bounce out to the left, across the 5 to 4, touchdown! Keyshawn Smith from 10 yards out, and the Canes go up in front 6-0 at 10:49 to go in the first quarter.
Well, that was a quick one, Danny. And, hey, it all stands from the special teams, right? Good effort on the kickoff team, get down there and get the ball, and then just feeding Keyshawn. I mean, three rushes there, 21 yards for a touchdown. Great job.
Owen Jones on for the point after attempt. It'll be Jalen Bryant to hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. The kick is good, and we're 7-0. Hurricanes lead, 10:49 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Final on AM 930, The Answer.
Manatee Memorial Hospital is available 24/7 with high-quality treatment at our expanded emergency care center. As an accredited chest pain center by the American College of Cardiology and with a comprehensive stroke certification from Healthcare Facilities Accreditation Program, our caring team will be ready when you arrive. Remember, if you experience symptoms of a possible heart attack or stroke, quickly call 911. Visit ManateeMemorial.com for more information.
AM 930, The Answer.
Welcome back here at Joe Kinnan Field, the Hawkins Stadium, as the Hurricanes take a quick 7-0 lead over the Riverdale Raiders. 10:49 left in the first quarter.
Owen Jones for the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff puts his right foot into it. He'll drive it down around the 7-yard line. Return man across the 20, the 22, out across the 25. He's going to be met and dropped. Ball's loose again. The Hurricanes pick it up. It's going to be Jalen Bryant.
Touchdown,
walks
baby.
in. Touchdown, Jalen Bryant on the recovery, and the Canes go up 13-0. Lightning in a bottle right now.
Special teams again. Back-to-back great kickoff coverages for the Hurricanes. And I don't know who calls the fumble, but great job from, was it Bryant? Jalen Bryant, you said?
Jalen Bryant picked it up, ran it in. I mean, that place, there was a host of Hurricanes in on it, knocked the ball loose. He scooped it up, ran it in for the touchdown.
I mean,
Jalen Bryant not only gets it in, scores, now all of a sudden he's back there holding again quickly.
Wow.
Good snap. Hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-0 Hurricanes, and we're just a minute, just under, little more than a minute and a half into this football game. The Canes have extended the lead 14-0.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
What do you say?
I don't know what to say. I mean, other than great. I mean,
I thought you couldn't script last week's game any better.
No.
I don't know if it gets any better than this right now.
I thought last week was pretty much scripted to perfection. Tonight, as we sit here at 10:37 left in the first quarter, may beat it. I mean, I don't know. You score 14 points off of one scoop and score on a touchdown, and the second one getting at 21-yard line, scoring 3 plays. I don't know what else you do. But hey, listen, Howard Leasing, trusted PEO, payroll specialist. All your stats tonight, as we talk about them, are brought to you by them. Visit them at 6302 Manatee Avenue West. Buccaneer Pawn, scoring recaps. Visit them in Bradenton and Sarasota, whether you're buying or selling.
Owen Jones for the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. Put his right foot into it. He'll drive it down. It'll be Cole Hayes this time. Fumbles it at the 10.
Again.
Picks it up, and he's going to be tripped up and driven down around the 17-yard line.
They couldn't do it again, right?
Boy, that would have been 3 in a row. That would have been unprecedented.
Now you kind of get back to normal. If you're Riverdale, you're like, hey, listen, let's breathe, get back to normal. And now your defense, listen, you've been jacked up, 14 points scored. You got to come out now and set the tone defensively and say, look, we got to stop the run, get the ball back for the offense.
Riverdale offense will come on the field for the first time tonight, trailing 14-0, 10:30 to go in the first quarter. Theodis Harris, the quarterback for the Raiders. Hand off to the fullback up front and a little bit of running room. Pick up 2 yards on the play. Gets it out to the 20.
And that's what they're going to do. They're going to kind of get 2-yard chunks, 3-yard chunks. Maybe hopefully they want to break it for 30, 40. For defense, we just want to get them in 3rd and long, and they're going to be out of their element.
See what this front 7 of the Hurricanes has to offer back defensively. Second down, handoff up the middle, and they'll fight for not much there. Caleb Matalau, Ronan Dangler there on the stop. Another 2-yard pickup will bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, again, we talked about this in pregame. It's going to be very hard to run against our front 7 over and over and over again, and already down 14-0 in a hole. They're going to have to either hope for big breaks or get out of their norm, which is run the ball. They're going to have to pass the ball a little bit.
This time they'll go back in the I formation, 2 receivers to the left. Harris takes a snap, hand off to Hayes in the backfield. He's met immediately and dropped back. No gain on the play, and that'll turn it over to a punting situation for the Raiders.
Yeah, great job defensively there. And again, I mean, Riverdale just doesn't get in 3rd and longs very much. So we can continue to do that on defense. I just don't see how they're going to be able to compete with that.
Kamoni Gordon will go back to punt for the Raiders. Back deep for the Hurricanes will be Torrey Gilly standing around his own 45-yard line.
We can absolutely get back. We can get back to this punt. There's no question.
They got a very slow snap going back. So I would not be surprised. I watched it on film. Would not be surprised to see a block punt.
Coach Green talked about it. We don't call block punts, but Alvoid and Ian get back there and crush the shield. We literally run through the shield to get to the punter.
Delay a game will back them up 5 yards and doesn't help their situation here. So last week Ian was close on 2 of them. Got one, almost recovered it in the back of the end zone.
He wanted the touchdown,
week.
but he didn't get it.
Let's see what the Hurricanes come right here. Special teams. Jalen Bryant, the up back on the punt. Here's the snap. Is caught, and he gets it away, and is shanked out of bounds way
Dangler
early.
Almost got to it.
See where they officially set it. The officials walking past the 40. And they'll stop at the 35-yard line of the Raiders. That's where the Hurricanes will start, 1st down and 10.
Hey, if I'm Coach Green, I'm obviously calling these plays, I'm continuing to feed the rock to Keyshawn until those safeties start creeping up. Then do a little RPO, maybe some a fade action to Jalen or somebody like that. But I'm going to feed the rock to Keyshawn.
You say that, I'm going for the jugular. I got single coverage on the outside to Jalen Bryant. Get the turnover. Yeah, you get the turnover, right? on downs. Obviously, they punt it away to you, but you're at the 35. I'm going to strike and strike fast. They double coverage on this side, single coverage
Definitely
on the
single
far
coverage.
side against Jalen Bryant.
Safety's over in the middle of the field. Why not try it?
Here's a snap.
There it
Drops.
is.
He throws underneath it. Jalen Bryant tries to get in the inside. He's going to get across to the 30-yard line. A good 6-yard pickup. 4 yards on the play, or 6 yards on the play, brings up 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, not the pass you wanted to Jalen, but regardless, got it to Jalen and almost out the gate there. Give a nice little 5-yard gain here. And, again, keeping the defense, especially secondary, knowing that, hey, we can still pass the ball. And I watch Keyshawn here.
2nd down and 5. Handoff, nope, fakes it inside.
Wow.
Torrey Gill, he's going to get it, and he's going to get maybe a yard. Yep, we'll give him a yard on the play, bring up a 3rd down and 4. Manageable 3rd down right here.
Actually, really good, even to catch the ball and get that pass out there. The secondary
Set up
guy was
for a
there,
loss,
was
yeah.
right there. Thought it almost could have been picked.
See what Coach Green sends in here with Andrew Heidel, senior quarterback, over 2,200 yards on the season passing. This time out, one receiver wide to the left, Jalen Bryant. Handoff inside to Keyshawn, bounce outside, he crosses 25, inside the 20, right at the 20-yard line is where they're going to set it, a 10-yard pickup, and the Canes are in the pinch-a-penny red zone.
Yeah, good vision there by Keyshawn. Kind of an inside zone, and then he bounced it out left. We had little trips there to be able to block there on the edge. But, again, that was just athleticism from Keyshawn. You get the 1st down, gain of 10, keep it rolling.
1st and 10, Hurricanes, 6:50 to go here in the first quarter. Manatee leading 14-0. If you tuned in late, the Canes jumped on it early on special teams. Handoff Keanu Smith off the right side. He'll fight forward, and what looked to be about a 2-yard gain turned into a 5-yard gain. He's continued forward, gets it down to the 15-yard line. Be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, it seemed like he stopped right there in line of scrimmage, but just kind of found a crease and got a good gain of 5 yards there. I'll take 5 yards every single play.
Canes break the huddle to go 4 receivers to the left this time. Keyshawn directly behind Andrew. He'll hand off to Keyshawn, bounce it out across the 15
Great block,
to the
Jalen.
10, down around the 5, and driven out of bounds around the 2-yard line. Let's see, did he get in?
Yes, he did.
He is. End zone, touchdown. Keyshawn Smith, 15-yard run. Thought he got driven out of bounds. He spun out of it, got to the end zone, and the Canes extend the lead to 20-0.
Wow, what a great play by Keyshawn. Really, actually, you won't see it in the stats necessarily, but Jalen Bryant does a great block on the perimeter to get Keyshawn out towards the sideline. Then Keyshawn just being more physical than you really think he is to be able to get to the pylon.
Good snap. The hold is good. The kick is up. The kick is good, and the Canes extend the lead to 21-0. We'll take a timeout to hear from the FHSAA.
Sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair. This message provided by this station and the FHSAA.
Welcome back, everybody, to Joe Kinnan Field at Hawkins Stadium as your Hurricanes lead the Riverdale Raiders 21-0, 5:56 left in the first quarter. That scoring recap, 6 total plays, 35 yards, ended with a 15-yard run by Keyshawn Smith for his 2nd of the night. All your scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. Whether you're buying or selling, visit them at 2 locations, one in Bradenton, one in Sarasota. Game stats tonight are all brought to you by Howard Leasing, your trusted PEO and payroll specialist. Visit them at 6302 Manatee Avenue West.
Hurricanes up 21-0, and I tell you what, you couldn't strike any faster than they have struck tonight. I mean, you get 2 kickoff returns that The Raiders fumbled the football both times. The Hurricanes turned them into touchdowns immediately. One off the fumble on the kickoff.
Well, the key is turning those turnovers into points, right?
Correct.
That's the key.
Owen Jones on for the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff, and he'll put his right foot into it and drive it. It's going to come down around the 15-yard line. It will be the return man across the 25, tiptoeing his way across the 26, 30, and finally
ball again.
Driven down
ball
around
again.
the 31, and
we got the ball coming
down.
out.
Wow. They carry the ball very loosely. It's going to be Dazon Barnes on the stop, and boy, Dazon Barnes had a great game last week just defensively.
He did.
Yeah.
Coming in kind of the second half there, he had a really good game and great job, obviously, right there on the kickoff coverage, and we thought we had it. But, hey, look, defense got to come out and do exactly what they did last time, 3 and out, stop the run, make Riverdale do what they don't want to do, which is pass.
They'll officially set the ball on the Riverdale 32-yard line. This time they're going to go more of a Wildcat situation, and that has nowhere to go. It's going to be a loss on the play. Ronan Dangler there immediately. A loss of a yard on the play.
Yeah, they'll get in. They love the I formation, but they'll get in this Wildcat where they put Cole Hayes, number 24, back there in the Wildcat and try to run and get a little more spread formation. But they still try to do the same thing. A lot of ISO, a lot of lead stuff. They're just doing it from a single back in the shotgun instead of an I formation.
We'll see the same formation again. It'll be Hayes one more time. Hayes looks over the defense, takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. This time bounces off the first one and gets nowhere. Gets right back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Ronan Dangler again leading the defense.
Yeah, again, it's going to be hard-pressed for a team to consistently run against this front seven. Now, they are running some weak, which I think teams that have run have found some success running weak against us. But Ronan Dangler just has an eye for the ball and just goes and finds it.
3rd down and 11 for the Raiders, trailing 21-0 to the Manatee Hurricanes. 4:30 to go in the first quarter. This time, Hayes hands off and nowhere to go with a handoff, and it's going to be lost in the backfield. Caleb Matalau on the stop.
Yeah, 2nd, 3rd down for the Riverdale Raiders, and didn't get that one again. So they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down. Again, they don't like. You say, hey, why are they not passing the ball? They did. That's just not their MO.
They just don't throw.
They just don't throw.
No.
And I don't think. I kind of thought to myself, oh, man, they may do like a pass here, maybe mix it up. That's just not what they do, though.
When you come in and average only 58 yards a game through the air, it's hard to do anything outside run the football, right?
Right.
Raiders on to punt. Good snap, and the punt gets away, and let's see where it ends up. Good forward roll for them. It's going to roll out of bounds. Got a flag on the near side over here.
I think it may be on us. I think we may have ridden him out of bounds, maybe too far.
It was after the ball already left, so it'll be tacked on at the end. Typically is after the play. The ball is already gone once the flag was already thrown, so it should be against the Hurricanes after the punt. Let's see what they give us. Personal foul against the Raiders.
We'll take that all day long.
It's going the opposite direction. I thought it was going to be against us, but
same.
See where they officially walk it off. 3:36 to go, first quarter. Manatee leading 21-0. Again, he signals personal foul. They'll march off 15, so this is going to move the ball across midfield or right at it. Just shy. They'll put it at the Manatee 49-yard line is where the Hurricanes will start. 1st down and 10.
Hey, another good field position from the defense, stopping them, and special teams.
Canes will break the huddle to bring 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Andrew Heidel will have Keanu Smith offset to the right of him. Time handoff to Keyshawn up the middle, tiptoes his way, and not much running room. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
Yeah, nothing over there. You kind of Le'Veon Bell-esque, kind of try to find a seam. Really nothing there. Now they're stacking the box a little bit. They're bringing it up. Watch something deep here moving forward.
I agree. I think you're going to get the safeties are going to get a little bit relaxed on this one right here, and I think you can strike up over the top. If nothing else, you can spread them out. Middle of the field's wide open.
Right. In different formations right now, they got 2 high safeties up top playing probably quarter coverage. I think we may expose some in the middle.
I love Farrakhan in the middle of the
Agreed.
field. This time, handoff again to Keyshawn. Sidesteps the first guy across the 50, across the 45, into Raiders territory. A 9-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Or give it to Keyshawn for 9 yards. I mean, what do we know?
Not a lot, apparently. I like what we're doing. Ronan Dangler will come in here, as well as Ian Johnson-Kelly.
We've seen this,
go big.
Coach Green calls this the stud package. You're bringing the studs, bringing the big guys. And we saw Ronan come in earlier and then do a play action for a touchdown earlier in the year. I don't think we do that now. I think we're just going to go get the first down.
Caleb Matalau as well in the backfield. Handoff straight up the middle, easy first down. He needed 1. Keyshawn, he ended up picking up 3 in the first down. Hurricanes across the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, 2 for 2 on 3rd downs for the Hurricanes. And listen, you bring the stud package in. You're bringing those guys in to be run heavy. They're physical guys, linebackers. Ian Johnson, Kelly coming in there. Follow the big fellas up there and go get the first down, which we did.
Great success running the football. Eventually you compact that defense inside the tackles because everything's been inside the tackles so far. When do you strike outside?
It'll come.
2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right for Andrew. This time he takes it, looks, pumps,
there it is.
Fires deep down the middle and just overthrows Torrey Gilly. Tried to get to him and they drop back. Good coverage. What I like about that, you extended the field, so now you got to keep them safe back there. At the middle of the field will open up.
Oh, absolutely, and we did verticals there, all three verticals, and we'll see some verticals with some underneath, some intermediate routes that come out, maybe even Keyshawn Smith popping out of the backfield. We'll see that come as we move forward, but I love that we're testing it, right? Like just let the secondary know that we can do this, and we're still able to do it. But I see we come back here with Keyshawn and see what we can do here on the run.
1:35 go first quarter. Manatee leading 21-0. They have the ball at the 39-yard line of the Raiders. 2nd down and 10. Handoff to Keyshawn up the middle. It bounces out to the left side across the 35 to the 30 to 25. Inside the 20-yard line. He'll go down around the 19. A 20-yard pickup, and the Canes are in the Pinch A Penny red zone.
There you go. There's Keyshawn bouncing out. And he's one of those guys, I mean, he can do a chunk of 2 yards, of 3 yards, all of a sudden, bang, there's a 20-yard. He's already up to 83 rushing yards on 10 attempts.
Canes in the Pinch A Penny red zone. Pinch A Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool. For all your pool and spa supplies, go to Pinch A Penny, 3500 Manatee Avenue West. 1st and 10 at the Raiders' 19-yard line, leading 21-0. Canes driving again. High snap, brings it down, hands off to Keyshawn up the middle, across the 15 to the 10 and inside, close to the 6-yard line. They'll spot him at the 7, a 13-yard pickup.
He wasn't even touched, and I know we're running inside tackles. He wasn't even touched until he got about the 11-yard line.
Canes quickly back to the line of scrimmage, and the Riverdale Raiders will call a timeout. Timeout called with 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. Manatee leading 21-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Final on AM 930, The Answer.
Accidents happen every day, and no one expects that it's going to happen to them until it does. That's when your whole life can turn upside down. If you find yourself in that position, either from a personal injury or an on-the-job injury, you don't have to go it alone. Protect yourself with the team that's been protecting the rights of the injured in Bradenton and Sarasota for over 30 years. Legler, Murphy, and Battaglia. All injuries all the time. Contact them today by going to allinjurieslaw.com. That's allinjurieslaw.com. AM 930, The Answer.
Welcome back here to Joe Kinnan Field at Hawkins Stadium, the regional final between the Manatee Hurricanes and the Riverdale Raiders. The Canes leading 21-0, 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. They have the ball 1st and goal at the Raiders' 7-yard line. The Canes will break the huddle, 4 receivers to the left. Keanu Smith offset to the right. This time, hands off to Keanu off the left side, trying to find his way, and may have got a yard on the play. We'll give him 1. That'll bring up 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, we have found really good success running weak side this year. I mean, over and over and over again, and really no team has really been able to combat that. And we'll do formations to the weak side. We'll go formations away from the weak side. So we have a really good job of blocking on that weak side, and Keyshawn just a special athlete to find the open space.
Ian Johnson-Kelly is checked in at the fullback position. 2nd and goal for the Hurricanes. 2 receivers to the right. This time, handoff to Keyshawn up the middle. He's going to be hit immediately at the 5-yard line. A 1-yard pickup, bring up 3rd down and goal. That'll be the final play of the first quarter, though. We'll flip ends of the field when we come back. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Final on AM 930, The Answer.
Sponsor of Manatee Hurricanes football. At the award-winning Perkins Auto Group, you'll get a championship deal on a big selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. And you can browse hundreds right now at Perkins.com. For over 65 years, Perkins has been family-owned and operated with sales and service that can't be beat. Go Hurricanes! From Perkins, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Mitsubishi in the 2700 block of 1st Street in Bradenton.
First Southern Bank is proud to be the banking partner for Manatee Hurricane football because they're a true community bank that understands the importance of supporting the neighborhoods they're proud to serve. Conveniently located at 1825 Manatee Avenue West, you can also find out more about First Southern Bank by visiting their website, fsb-bank. Once again, that's fsb-bank.bank, and let them know you heard about them through Manatee football. Experience for yourself the First Southern Bank difference, and go Canes.
Member FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
AM 930, The Answer.
We're back here at Joe Kinnan Field Hawkins Stadium, getting ready to start the second quarter of play. The Hurricanes will have 3rd down and goal at the Raiders' 5-yard line, leading 21-0. Canes explosive in the first half. First 2 kickoffs, the Canes recovered the initial fumble, turned it into a touchdown. Next one was a fumble, recovered, picked up, ran in for a touchdown. Keyshawn Smith offset to the right. They'll hand off to Keyshawn again, trying to fight his way forward. He's going to get close to the 4-yard line. Another 1-yard pickup, bring 4th and goal. And they're going to send on the kicking unit right here to try and add 3 to the total.
Yeah.
Well, now he's pulling them back.
Yeah, it's a semi-stud.
He comes back on. Yeah,
Owen semi-stud.
Came on, went back. Yep.
Yeah, semi-stud formation there. Bring on Ian Johnson-Kelly. And I just really couldn't find the seam. But their right tackle's also playing nose. Big fella. I don't know exactly what his dimensions are, how tall he is, how big he is.
Huge.
Big dude. Looks like the Undertaker.
21-yard field goal attempt by Owen Jones. Aiden Clark to snap. It'll be Jalen Bryant to hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. The kick is good, and that'll extend the lead 24-0. Manatee leading 11:07 to go in the first half of football. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Final on AM 930, The Answer.
Bose Imaging Centers are dedicated to bringing you the best quality radiology imaging available today. With locations in the heart of both Bradenton and Sarasota, Bose Imaging Centers are close to all major medical centers. In the over 4 generations of the Bose family healthcare experience will ensure you a comfortable and professional visit. Bose Imaging Centers, where quality and customer service are the standard. Online at boseimagingcenter.com. AM 930, The Answer.
Welcome back here at Joe Kinnan Field, the Hawkins Stadium, as the Hurricanes take a lead 24-0 over the Riverdale Raiders. 11:07 left in the second quarter. That scoring recap, 51 yards, 9 total plays, ended up with a 21-yard kick by Owen Jones to take the lead for the Hurricanes. All your scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pawn, whether you're buying or selling. 2 locations, 1 in Sarasota, 1 in Bradenton.
Tucker Tavernier on to kick for the Hurricanes. Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. It'll be Cole Hayes back deep along with Jermaine Redden. Hayes will squib kick it off the right side and goes out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's I don't know why you put him in. I mean, I would keep Bowen Jones in as our kicker, and but hey, I'm not down there.
Well, this will be the best starting position for the Raiders. They'll start on the 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
I think I could probably count on one hand how many times the team has been able to go 70 yards, 60 yards, a long, sustained offensive drive on our defense all year. And I don't necessarily see that from Riverdale, especially if we can continue to stop the run and get them in 3rd and long.
No, Harris will go under center. They'll go out of the I formation. Hayes dotting the I. Harris will hand off to Hayes. Nowhere to go. He's going to be met in the backfield immediately. Christian Figueroa in there along with Alvoid Keenan, Ian Johnson-Kelly as well. A host of Hurricanes in there to shut him down. A loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12 for the Raiders. Trailing 24-0, 10:30 to go in the first half. Harris takes a snap, fakes the handoff, flips it out in the flat. He's got a man open.
Nice catch.
And nice catch is hauled in. Levinsky Blanchard hauls it in, a 12-yard pickup, and the first down of the game for the Raiders.
Wow. Yeah, real good catch there by the Raiders, and kind of catches us off guard just a little bit. But you're going to see some of those plays. They're going to have to go out of their norm in the run plays. We just got to make sure we're aware of that from the secondary standpoint. Make sure we key who we're supposed to key pre-snap.
1st and 10 Raiders at their own 45-yard line. Harris takes a snap, looking, runs the option, flips it out the outside. Hey. It's going to be hit immediately. Ball's loose. Hurricanes got it. They cover it up. First, Hurricanes recover the football. It's going to be Ian Johnson-Kelly who scooped it up, but he tried to run the option on the outside. He carried it as long as he could. Once he flipped it out, Levinsky had it in his hands for a brief moment. Immediate hit, ball came loose, and the Canes recovered. That's one of our best plays of the night. All of our best plays brought to you by Richardson Stenton Roofing. For the very best in roofing, choose a company with over 30 years of experience in Manatee County. That's richardsonstentonroofing.com.
Well, listen, they went out of their norm. They're going a little speed option, 18-19 zone, what we used to call it. That's not their norm. They don't usually do that. So I think they're feeling pressed to have to go make some big plays.
Canes break the huddle. 2 receivers either side for Andrew Heidel. Andrew takes it, drops, looks, pump fakes. Now he's got to roll. Rolling still and throws it away. Good job by Andrew. Nobody open downfield.
Yeah, a little pressure there in the middle of the pocket. Had to get Andrew out of his set there. But good job just throwing away, living the next down here, 2nd down for the Hurricanes. You love to see some points from this turnover, right? We've gotten turnovers, points on every single turnover so far. So you want to do it again here for the Hurricanes.
Got to find a way to expose it. They're just in a cover, too. So you got to figure out a way to expose it. Yep. 2 receivers either side. Canes at the Raiders' 44-yard line, 2nd down and 10. False start by the Hurricanes will back them up 5, bring up 2nd and 15.
Yeah, they're showing some blitz there. Outside backer goes inside, jumps to the outside. I think we just flinched just a little bit on that one.
This time it'll be Torrey Gilly and Jalen Bryant to the wide side. To the near side to us over here, A.J. Causey and Farrakhan Shannon. Handoff inside to Keyshawn. He finds his way through the first couple of guys and manages to pick up 5 yards on the play. He gets a 5 back from the penalty. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Puts him over the century mark, 104 now on 15 carries for Keyshawn. One of the great things about that first tackler was kind of right there in the hole and makes the guy miss to gain the 5. Now you're in 3rd and 10. You don't want to be in 3rd and 10, but listen, for us in the passing proficiency that we can do, I look for some of the cover 2 beaters. Give me something. Give me an outside to get the corner with a post, or the outside corner deeper behind that to beat the corner and beat the safety to the sideline.
Canes will have trips to the left. Keyshawn Smith checked out. Key Smith is in. It's time to throw underneath. It's going to be Jalen Bryant across the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's going to cut back to the 15 to the 10 and finally drug down around the 9-yard line. First and goal, Hurricanes. What is explosive speed. We talked about it earlier today of how quick he can turn it up. He catches the ball, looks to be not a whole lot, 33-yard pickup on the play. First and goal, Canes in the pinch-a-penny red zone.
Yeah, great job there. Coach Green talked about this in the podcast. When they go trips, they're going to go cloud coverage on that side. So let's go and run a screen away from where their secondary is. Great call there from Coach Green.
Two receivers to the right. Keyshawn is back in the ball game here, offset to the right of Andrew Heidel. 8:45 to go in the first half. Keyshawn bounces it out, tries to come back to the inside.
Ooh.
Just wiggles his way, skips and hips all the way down around the 3-yard line. 6-yard pickup. Second down and goal.
Yeah, good job there by Keyshawn. Just kind of finding his groove, finding his zone in there and getting that big 6-yard gain.
Canes quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Handoff again to Keyshawn. He's going to drive forward. He's going to be in for the touchdown. Keyshawn Smith, 3-yard plunge, and the Canes go out in front 30-0.
Big time. Great job there from Keyshawn, finding the creases, both runs there. But really, I go back to the screen to Jalen Bryant, the big gain, obviously at 33 yards. You know, we knew when we go to trips, Coach Green talked, they're going to go in that cloud 3 to the trip side. So let's throw away from it, which is exactly what he designed to do.
Owen Jones on for the point after attempt. Good snap. Hold is down barely, and it's up and through. A little high snap, but Jalen grabbed it, put it down, and Owen Jones puts it through. 31-0 Hurricanes, 8:14 to go in the first half. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Final on AM 930, The Answer.
If you want a company that treats you and your family right, then you must be in Conley Country. Conley Buick GMC in Bradenton is the proud recipient of GMC's Dealer of the Year Award. This rare designation recognizes Conley Buick GMC for over 60 years of exceptional. So experience the difference for yourself today. Tons of inventory, fair pricing, friendly service. GMC's Dealer of the Year, Conley Buick GMC. We are professional grade on Cortez Road West in Bradenton and at ConleyBuickGMC.com. Welcome to Conley Country.
AM 930, The Answer.
We'll go back here at Joe Kinnan Field at Hawkins Stadium as the Hurricanes get out again for a touchdown over the Riverdale Raiders, 31-0 with 8:14 left here in the second quarter. 5 plays, 49 total yards, ends up with a 3-yard run from Keyshawn Smith.
Tucker Tavernier to kick off, and he'll pooch kick it. It's going to be taken around the 32-yard line and driven down around the 37. That's where the Raiders will start first and 10.
Hey, some quick scoring deals here from the region. Atlantic, Delray Beach Atlantic over St. Thomas 28-7. Venice over West Orange 21-7. Lakeland up 14-0 over Tampa Bay Tech. And I don't have a Niceville Lincoln. No, Niceville just went up 7-0 over Lincoln.
They're like an hour behind us, though.
Yes,
so.
But the big score, I mean, 28-7 over
what
SCA.
Quarter?
Second quarter.
Wow. Not surprised Atlantic beat them earlier in the year.
The guys throw for like 4,000 yards. Their quarterback, really good quarterback.
First and 10. Pitch right is going to be Hayes on the carry, and he's going to be tripped up by Ronan Dangler. 4-yard pickup. Second down and 6 for the Raiders. Manatee leading 31-0, 7:50 to go in the first half.
Yeah, I think the story tonight, obviously, points off of turnovers, right? We get the first turnover, we score, we scoop and score on the kickoff, fumble, and we score on every single chance we've had on our turnover, and the defense has played really, really well so far.
Harris will go out of the gun this time, bring a man in motion right to left. They'll hand off to Redden off the left side. He's going to be hit. No gain on the play. He's met immediately. and it looked to be Ryan Cotton on the stop. Ryan Cotton has had an outstanding season. Started out really strong, then kind of got quiet, and now he's picked things up in the playoffs.
And he's a guy, looking at his stature, he's not a big physical safety, but he comes downhill and
he
is
has a
very
nose for the
physical.
football.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He does a great job in the run game. Good job on the pass game as well. But Coach Green talked about in the podcast of him and Jamari Parker both playing really well in the run game.
3rd and 6 for the Raiders. They're at their own 40-yard line. This time they'll pitch left. And the running back, not much running room. Ian Johnson-Kelly off the backside just drags him down. He might have got a yard on the play or bring up 4th down and 5. And stoppage of play here for a moment. Let's see what they're going to do.
It's a water break. Because we still do water breaks at 6.5 minutes left when it's 65 degrees.
Well, let's make sure that's what we're going to do because I'm not sure what we're
maybe
doing.
they're not going to stop it. Maybe let it go.
Nope, he's going to wind the clock here.
Good
Here
for
go.
them. Thank you. We need water break. It's cold out there.
Canes will drop back. Torrey Gilly back deep. Keith Smith is the up back. Raiders punting the ball away here with 6:15 to go in the first half. Punt gets away, and it's going to sail out of bounds around the 30-yard line. We'll see where they officially set. There's a late flag thrown.
Oh, I don't think that's on us. I think that's on them.
I don't know, but the official just threw that thing about 20 yards.
He
It's
did.
a great throw. Against the wind, too. I got to give him that.
Tell Nolan to find out if he's got a son, maybe. He's got a good right arm.
Dead ball. Now we're going to go back, figure out what we got. We're all talking it over. Personal foul against the Raiders, so they'll tack 15 onto this. If ball went out of bounds at the 30, so that'll move all the way out to the Hurricanes' 45-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Hurricanes leading 31-0.
No, he marked it back. Oh, they marched it. 30.
Now they got to start from the 30 and mark it off, yeah. Let them walk it off and
get his steps
crank
in.
Things up. That right there, that penalty is nothing more than frustration. We have a timeout on the field for a water break. We'll take a timeout as well here from the FHSAA.
Tonight's game in the 2024 FHSAA Class 5A Football Championships is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida's student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association, building leaders through teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship.
Welcome back. Joe Kinnan Field, Hawkins Stadium. 6:06 to go in the first half. Manatee leading 31-0. Canes are starting 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. It has been all Hurricanes from the opening kickoff.
Yeah, no question. Here's the one thing I don't want to see, which we saw in Pinellas Park. As the game kind of gets out of hand, people get chippy. You know, Riverdale's it's their senior. The last, I want to stay away from anything that could get our guys out of next game, right?
Yeah, you got to pick the right time when you got to start getting guys out of the game. So another score, you up by 35, and figure out what you got to do from there. Andrew Heidel takes a snap, throws in the flat. Torrey Gilly. Torrey across the 45, across midfield, into the 45 to the 40, and run out of bounds around the 40 or the 36-yard line. 19-yard pickup by Torrey Gilly, and it'll be 1st and 10 Hurricanes in Raider territory.
Listen, Torrey is one of those guys we saw, I think, against Pinellas Park going into halftime, right? We throw a little screen pass off
yards.
Bang,
Yep.
he's out the gate, right? So we know he's elusive and can make guys miss, but his speed was something I didn't really know he had. He shows it right there.
His speed and Jalen Bryant's speed in the playoffs is just showing up out of nowhere. Knew they had it, we hadn't had a chance to see it. Torrey Gilly, most of his plays are in the middle of the field. This time, Andrew takes it, drops, fires across the middle of the field.
No.
Intercepted. Interception, only the third interception of the season thrown by Andrew Heidel. He was trying to get it to Torrey Gilly. He was there, but the linebacker dropped back into coverage.
No, it was a great look, little RPO. Linebacker just dropped right back in his window. And I think if he puts a little bit, maybe 2 yards to the left, linebacker doesn't even get there. And I think he can still run, our wide receiver can still run underneath it and find it. But listen, it's something you don't see very often from Andrew, right? I mean, he doesn't throw interceptions very often.
I think if you go back, when we watch it again, I think that ball's thrown behind him. It's not thrown out in front of him, like you said.
Agreed.
You know, where you see him jump and where Torrey is, Torrey's speed is too fast to be stopping in that. It wasn't like he was supposed to sit down in that zone.
Lead him a little bit. I think he's got it.
1st and 10 Raiders after the turnover at their own 31-yard line. Handoff up the middle and a little bit of running room. The first brief opening they've had tonight, the biggest gain on a play, 6-yard pickup.
It was a sudden change, right? You do this in practice. You do sudden changes. Defense, you're off, and all of a sudden, bang, you're on real quick. How do you recover from that? They get their biggest gain of the night, 6 yards there for Riverdale. How does the defense respond to that sudden change up 31-0?
Take a deep breath and settle in here, defense. 5:20 to go in the first half. Manatee leading 31-0. This time it'll be Hayes out of the Wildcat. He'll keep it himself and nowhere to go. He tripped himself up. He got barely past the line of scrimmage. We'll give him a yard on the play.
Yeah, being generous, give him a yard. But listen, this is the formation they like to run. When Hayes gets back there at quarterback, they're going to run some of that Wildcat stuff like that. But, hey, now you're in their zone. They're 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. They're comfortable in that, and they're going to run the ball right here, I'd suspect.
Third and 3, 4:40 to go in the first half. Raiders have the ball at their own 37-yard line. Hayes out of the Wildcat, trying to go left and nowhere to go. He's met in the backfield. A host of Hurricanes back there, Ian Johnson-Kelly and Alvoid Keenan. Alvoid just blew that up on the right side.
It's going to be, for them to be able to get that, do that kind of sweep action play, great penetration from Ian Johnson-Kelly, Alvoid Keenan, and a host of our defense getting up there. Great stop for the Hurricanes coming out of that turnover. They don't get any points. 3 and out for Riverdale.
Got to wonder, at what point do you stop punting the football, right? I mean, you're down 31-0. You can't expect to get it all back in the second half. So,
but, they don't have any kind of passing game, really. You
almost got to look for the fake punt, right? So you play for it first. Canes are setting up a return situation, prepared for the fake, and this kick is going to go out of bounds early again. Landed in the first row of the
my brother Garrett
stands over there. Yeah, he called fair catch. I saw him.
I saw him put his hands up.
Speaking of guys in the stands, I'm walking along, going back before the game, and ran into Henry Lawrence on the way.
I saw him.
Yes,
saw him. Great Hurricane. One of the that really came over from Lincoln when we segregated. And what a great story he was. 2-time, I think, Super Bowl champ. Actually has a very
Oakland
good voice.
Raiders. Yep.
He has a very good voice.
Awesome.
Listen, he sings phenomenal. Kawanian with me and Braden Kawanas, and very good Bradenton, Palmetto, Manatee County citizen.
Canes 1st and 10 at midfield. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Time fakes a handoff across the middle, in and out of the hands of Torrey Gilly. He's going to wish he had it back.
He's going to want that back.
Oh, tried to run before he had the football, but it got to hit him right in the hands. He was looking to take off, and
I think he's gone if he does catch that. He splits the safeties. I don't think anybody catches him. He's going to want that back, and I think Coach Price will let him know he wants that back in film.
2nd down and 10. 3:34 to go in the first half. Manatee leading 31-0. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Andrew takes the snap, fakes it, throws again to Torrey Gilly, this time right at the sticks, and we got a late flag thrown. 9-yard pickup. They're going to put him just shy of the sticks. Let's see what the penalty is. Ineligible downfield by the Hurricanes.
Yeah, lineman maybe a little too far down, maybe.
Would have wiped out regardless of what the end result would have been.
I'll be honest with you, from a defensive side, and that's what I coached my whole life, is I think the RPO game, that run-pass option, there's a lot of times where offensive line are a little too far down the field, in my personal opinion, because you don't know if it's going to be a run or a pass. And we just got caught up right there, and that one brings us down in 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15 for the Hurricanes. Ian Johnson-Kelly will check in right here offensively for the Hurricanes. He'll come up to the offensive line here. Left tackle. It's time to hand off his side. Keyshawn trying to find room across midfield to the 45. Side steps to the 40. Still on his feet and finally stopped at the 39-yard line. 16-yard pickup and a first down for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, very close to could have been a holding maybe on Gilly there on the perimeter, but great job. Listen, Coach Price does a really good job with our wide receivers blocking the perimeter, and that's what allows our running backs, Keyshawn in particular, to get out there on the perimeter. So good job on Keyshawn. Good game for the Hurricanes. Keep it rolling.
1st and 10, Canes at the Riverdale 39-yard line, 2:36 to go in the first half. Hand off to Keyshawn again. Keyshawn sidesteps the first one, spins back. He'll get a yard pickup on the play, bring up 2nd down and 9.
Oof. I thought I was close to a face mask there by 78, but, I'm a little biased.
Approaching 2 minutes ago in the first half. A.J. Causey's been the quiet one so far, and that's the one
Agreed.
He's been wide out a couple of times.
Farrakhan, I think, is someone that we're going to attack down the seam eventually. Now, listen, why do you got to do it, right? We're up 31-0, I get it. But we're going to stretch the field here eventually.
Here we go. Canes will go empty backfield right here. And the Hurricanes will take a timeout. Didn't like what we put out on the field. We'll take a timeout here. 31-0 Hurricanes lead. 1:46 to go in the first half. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Final on AM 930 The Answer.
Go Canes! Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory wish Manatee High School the best of luck this season. Brown & Sons have been your Manatee neighbor for half a century, with 3 generations of service and caring professionals to guide your family through these difficult times. Featuring Trust 100 pre-planning to handle all your local and long-distance needs. Celebrate the game of football, but when the game of life must end, depend on Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory to serve you. Online at brownandsonsfuneral.com. AM 930, The Answer.
Welcome back. Joe Kinnan Field, Hawkins Stadium. Manatee leading 31-0. 1:46 to go in the first half. Canes 2nd down and 9 at the Raiders' 38-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They'll split out. Keyshawn Smith empty backfield now. Andrew drops, looks, fires across the middle. Jalen Bryant across the 25 to the 15 and still on his feet, driving forward down around the 13-yard line. They'll officially set him at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 Hurricanes in the Pinch-A-Penny red zone.
Yeah, great job there from Andrew Hyde. I love bringing Keyshawn out, making an empty formation, put some more pressure on the secondary, and then we find Jalen Bryant right over the middle. I think the middle is definitely susceptible against Riverdale. I think we should attack that a little bit more.
Officially set the ball on the 19, 1st and 10. Canes in the Pinch-A-Penny red zone. Pinch-A-Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool. Empty backfield again. 3 receivers to the right. Andrew drops, looks, throws underneath again. It's going to be in and out of the hands of Keyshawn Smith. Had it for a moment, but, hey, they defended it pretty well right there.
Yeah, I think if he catches that, defender's right there on it. But I love putting our running backs out there in space like that, making those guys guard them. Typically, linebacker or something like that is going to have to guard them in most defensive formations, and that puts a lot of stress on them.
Ian Johnson-Kelly checks in. Set him up in the tight end position. 1:16 to go in the first half. Hand off to Keyshawn off the right side. Squeezes back. He's going to walk in. Touchdown. Keyshawn Smith, 19-yard run, and the Canes go out in front, 37-0.
Wow. What a great inside zone there, and Keyshawn just finding it and going. And, listen, we know Keyshawn's a threat. And, I know we want to see maybe some passing, a little more things like that, but why, right? Why
when you're doing something good, why do you go away from it, right? I mean, it's all about find what's working well, figure out how to stop me. If you can't stop me, I'm going to keep doing it.
20 carries, 145 yards, 4 touchdowns from Keyshawn Smith.
Owen Jones on for the point after attempt. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it's good. 38-0 Hurricanes. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to 2024 FHSAA Football Region Final on AM 930 The Answer. Hello.
The FHSAA.
We already did that one, AJ.
Instagram and Snapchat. Tweet us, like us, and tag us on your social platforms by searching for FHSAA. Keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. Be a fan of it all by following us on social media at FHSAA.
We'll go back here to Joe Kinnear Field, the Hawkins Stadium, as the Hurricanes lead the Riverdale Raiders 38-0. 1:10 left here in the second quarter. That scoring recap, 50 total yards, 5 plays, ends up with a 15-yard run by Keyshawn Smith. His 4th of the night, puts him over 145 yards for the night. All scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. Buying or selling, Braden, Sarasota.
Tucker Tavernier for the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. He'll hit it. Lands around the 21. The return man across the 20 to the 30, 35. Still on his feet is Hayes out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Carter Robinson on the stop for the Hurricanes. 1 minute to go in the first half. Manatee leading 38-0.
Yeah, listen, a minute left here in the half. Defensively, you just want to continue what you've been doing. Stop the run, put them in 3rd and long. But with a minute left, you got to be ready for anything, right? Any kind of double pass, anything out of the norm that they're not used to doing. They're going to have to eventually start trying to stretch the field, right?
You would think. 1st and 10 Raiders at their own 43. False start by the Raiders will back them up 5. Hey, this weekend you got great weather. Front's coming through, cool weather. What a better place to go than sit outside and go enjoy everything at the Cortez Kitchen. You can enjoy live music, fresh seafood with a waterfront view. The Cortez Kitchen located in the heart of the Cortez Village. You can experience old Florida feel with a cold drink and great seafood. Cortez Kitchen, where every meal is a catch of the day. Harris under center. 1st and 15. Hands off up the middle to Hayes. He's met in the backfield and driven backwards. Christian Figueroa on to stop. A loss of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 17. 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. Manatee leading 38-0.
Yeah, just no real lanes for Riverdale to run in. And, we kind of saw it last week. It's a Immokalee, a really run-heavy team. We held them like under 30 yards rushing.
This time they'll go 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Harris drops under pressure, flips in the middle of the field, incomplete, almost intercepted. It was Ryan Cotton close. If the ball tipped up a little bit higher, I think he's got it and off to the races he goes.
Yeah, no, I think the screen was definitely set up. We were definitely going after the quarterback. We never really retraced our steps to get after it. But just a high snap, they don't do that often. And so it's just something they're not comfortable in doing. Brings up a 3rd and long, which bodes really well for the Hurricane defense.
3rd and long for the Raiders. Trailing 38-0 unless something crazy happens here down the stretch. I mean, we'll have a running clock in the second half. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Canes leading 38-0. Timeout by the Raiders. You're listening to 2024 FHSAA Football Region Final on AM 930, The Answer.
For the latest official news about Florida high school school sports, including results of all rounds in the 2024 FHSAA Football Championship. Visit FHSAA.com, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.com. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of the Florida High School sports at NFHSnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA.
Third down and 17 for the Raiders. 14 seconds remaining first half. Manatee leading 38-0. Raiders at their own 38-yard line. 2 receivers left. They'll bring Hayes in motion, hand off to Hayes, trying to find some running room on the outside, and he's just going to be bottled up. He'll pick up about 5 on the play, maybe 6. We'll give him 6 on the carry. 10 seconds remaining. I would imagine they'll run one more play because if they turn it over, we'll take a knee and go to the locker room regardless. Yeah. And they'll send the punt unit out. Kind of surprises me. I don't know why you wouldn't go for it in this situation, but
I think that eventually you're going to have to.
They don't have many yards at all. 0.
They've got 30 total yards on the night, 18 rushing, 12 passing. And that passing came on one pass.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, this could be 44-0 in a blink of an eye if Torrey Gilly gets his hands on the football.
Oh, no doubt. Ooh, almost blocked it.
Kicks it away, and a fair catch called for. Keith Smith took it at the 37, and that's where the Canes will have it. 3 seconds left. I assume they'll come out, just take a knee. The Canes will be up 38-0 at the half. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the Shake Pit halftime report, the highlights, everything else that you need to know, and then second half action. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Final on AM 930, The Answer.
Manatee Memorial Hospital is available 24/7 with high-quality treatment at our expanded emergency care center. As an accredited chest pain center by the American College of Cardiology, and with a comprehensive stroke certification from Healthcare Facilities Accreditation Program, our caring team will be ready when you arrive. Remember, if you experience symptoms of a possible heart attack or stroke, quickly call 911. Visit ManateeMemorial.com for more information.
Former Hurricane Chuck Howard knows what it takes to be on a championship team. Howard Leasing is proud to sponsor the Hurricanes and is ready to champion solutions for your employees' leasing needs. Everything from big business to small business, Howard Leasing covers it all. From payroll processing and workers' comp to human resources and employee benefits. Get on the winning team with Chuck Howard and all the pros at Howard Leasing. Details available online at howardleasing.com. Again, that's howardleasing.com.
Coastal Orthopedics proudly supports Manatee High School and Hurricanes football. Dr. Dan Lamar, a former Hurricane, is the team's medical director. Dr. Lamar and the staff of experts at Coastal Orthopedics are recognized leaders in sports medicine and wellness technology. With offices in West Bradenton, East Bradenton, and Lakewood Ranch, they're always close by. Details online at coastalorthopedics.com. Coastalorthopedics.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you in the game.
They say life is better on the water, where the only measure of time is the disappearing tide and the sound of fishermen returning from a long day's work. That's where you'll find Swordfish Grill, nestled along the quiet Gulf Coast in Florida's oldest fishing village. This is a place to relax, to unwind, and enjoy freshly caught seafood. They say life's better on the water. We couldn't agree more. Swordfish Grill and Tiki Bar, located in Cortez, Florida's oldest fishing village.
Hi everyone. If you or someone you know were diagnosed with lung cancer or mesothelioma, listen up. This could be the result of asbestos exposure, and you could be entitled to significant compensation. Call us at 800-818-0200 to find out if you qualify for a cash settlement. I'm here with spokesman John Wolf. So John, tell our listeners who should call right now.
Well, Maria, first off, thank you for having me here to help the listeners. Now, as far as who should call in, anyone who's been diagnosed with lung cancer or mesothelioma should give us a call right now and find out if you qualify for a cash settlement. call 800-818-0200.
Thanks, John. You heard it, folks. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with lung cancer or mesothelioma, call right now to find out if you qualify for cash compensation. 800-818-0200.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
For the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including results of all rounds in the 2024 FHSAA Football Championship, visit FHSAA.com, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.FHSAA.com. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of the Florida high school sports at NFHSNetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA.
And now, the Prosperity Group Manatee High School Football Halftime Show with your host, A.J. Red.
Good evening and welcome into another edition of Manatee Hurricane High School Football here on AM 930 The Answer. It's the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Finals. Tonight, the journey continues for one of the most coveted achievements in high school sports, the chance to call yourself state champions. The Manatee Hurricanes have blown through the first two rounds with an explosive offense, a hungry defense, and stellar play from the special teams. Tonight, the obstacle in their way is the 10-2 Riverdale Raiders. Let's jump into some first quarter action. Starting fast, start hard is the name of the game, and the Canes did exactly that. The Raiders fumbled the opening kickoff, and 2 plays later, the Canes make them pay.
Just all set to the left, and Keyshawn again bounce out to the left across the 5-4 touchdown. Keyshawn Smith from 10 yards out. The Canes go up in front 6-0 at 10:49 to go in the first quarter.
It worked once, but twice would be even better.
Turn man across the 20, the 22, out across the 25. He's going to be met and drop. Ball's loose again. The Hurricanes pick it up. It's going to be Jalen Bryant walks in. Touchdown, Jalen Bryant on the recovery, and the Canes go up 13-0. Lightning in a bottle right now.
Special teams again.
The offense finally gets on the field, and it doesn't take long for the Canes to punish the Raiders on the ground.
Keyshawn directly behind Andrew. He'll hand off to Keyshawn. Bounce it out across the 15.
Great block, Jalen.
To the 10. Down around the 5. And driven out of bounds around the 2-yard line. Let's see, did he get in?
Yes,
he is. End zone touchdown. Keyshawn Smith, 15-yard run. Thought he got driven out of bounds. He spun out of it. Got to the end zone. The Canes extend the lead to 20-0.
The Canes kick a field goal and lead 24-0. Now the D comes on the field and makes short work of the Raiders.
Harris faces down, looking, runs the option, flips it out the outside. It's going to be hit immediately. Ball loose. Hurricanes got it. They cover it up. First, Hurricanes recover the football. It's going to be Ian Johnson-Kelly who scooped it up.
The Canes' run game is eating up yards and adding points.
Canes quickly back in the line of scrimmage. Handoff again to Keyshawn. He's going to drive forward. He's going to be in for the touchdown. Keyshawn Smith, 3-yard plunge. And the Canes go out in front 30-0.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Off to Keyshawn off the right side. Squeezes back. He's going to walk in. Touchdown. Keyshawn Smith, 19-yard run, and the Canes go out in front 37-0.
Well, the extra point's good, and on that note, the Manatee Hurricanes 38 and the Riverdale Raiders 0. This has been the Hurricanes Halftime Highlight Report presented by Prosperity Group Advisors. Contact Greg Ellie at Prosperity Group Advisors to learn how to best protect your assets as they grow using Greg's innovative safe money strategies. Go to mymoneyissafe.com. That's mymoneyissafe.com.
First Southern Bank is proud to be the banking partner for Manatee Hurricane football because they're a true community bank that understands the importance of supporting the neighborhoods they're proud to serve. Conveniently located at 1825 Manatee Avenue West, you can also find out more about First Southern Bank by visiting their website, fsb-bank.bank. Once again, that's fsb-bank.bank, and let them know you heard about them through Manatee football. Experience for yourself the First Southern Bank difference. And go Canes.
Member FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
Former Hurricane Chuck Howard knows what it takes to be on a championship team. Howard Leasing is proud to sponsor the Hurricanes and is ready to champion solutions for your employees' leasing needs. Everything from big business to small business, Howard Leasing covers it all. From payroll processing and workers' comp to human resources and employee benefits. Get on the winning team with Chuck Howard and all the pros at Howard Leasing. Details available online at howardleasing.com. Again, that's howardleasing.com.
Perkins Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Mitsubishi in Bradenton is proud to be a sponsor of Manatee Hurricanes football. At the award-winning Perkins Auto Group, you'll get a championship deal on a big selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. And you can browse hundreds right now at Perkins.com. For over 65 years, Perkins has been family-owned and operated with sales and service that can't be beat. Go Hurricanes! From Perkins Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Mitsubishi in the 2700 block of 1st Street in Bradenton.
Hello, this is John Maven, owner of Pegasus Coin and Jewelry, located on State Road 70 at I-75 in Bradenton. We buy and sell gold and silver face-to-face at competitive prices. We also buy coin collections, unwanted gold jewelry, and sterling silver flatware at top prices. For more information, call Pegasus Coin and Jewelry at 941-725-6100. That number again is 941-725-6100. We are not a licensed investment advisor. Purchasing precious metals carries risk of loss. Members ANA, PNG, ABMD, Better Business Bureau, and Manatee Chamber of Commerce.
Now, more than ever, you need a roofing partner you can count on. Hi, I'm Mike Egan, owner of Global Roofing and Contracting. For over 25 years, our company has assisted Florida property owners as they recover from damaging storms. People trust our company because we stand behind our promises and provide dependable service every time. When you partner with Global Roofing, a designated team member will assist you in navigating the insurance repair process. This includes properly documenting your loss, writing the scope of repair in a format your insurance carrier can accept, and finally scheduling your repairs to restore your property within an agreed time frame. You don't have to go through this process alone. At Global Roofing and Contracting, we are here to assist you from start to finish. Please contact us today at goglobalroofing.com to schedule a free evaluation. That's goglobalroofing.com. Remember, think local, go global. License number CCC 1330308.
The FHSAA is now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Tweet us, like us, and tag us on your social platforms by searching for FHSAA. Keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. Be a fan of it all by following us on social media at FHSAA.
AM 930, The Answer.
All right, welcome back to Hawkins Stadium. We are at halftime here at a 38-0 lead, Manatee over the Raiders, the regional championship game. And I'm Bowen Summer, and I got Chad Choate back up here with me. And boy, we are jumping ahead of ourselves a little bit, checking some scores on who we might run into next week.
Yeah, we'll update everybody on some scores. Atlantic Delray Beach over St. Thomas at half, 28-14 in the region. Other 5A scores. Niceville up in the Panhandle beating Lincoln 21-3. Lakeland at halftime 14-0 over Tampa Bay Tech. So really competitive scores everywhere. But I think the surprise is Atlantic Delray Beach beating St. Thomas 28-14. But their guys got over 4,000 yards passing. I think 30 touchdowns. So really pass-heavy team from Atlantic. And St. Thomas, maybe getting exposed there a little bit. But listen, 38-0. I know, Bowen, you're down there on the sideline. Nothing really better you can see from a start. I mean, I thought last week was really, really good, but this is another great start.
It's the team is just very, very physical, flying to the ball, and it started with the first play on the opening kickoff. They go down there and Parker gets out there, puts a good lick on the guy, and that's their star, right?
Yeah,
the guy that caught the ball, and so he fumbled. We get it, we punch it in, and just haven't not looked back since. And so you like to peak at the right time. Competition is what it is.
Right. I mean, I do believe when we looked at this season, and I didn't really know any of these teams, but now towards the end of the season, I thought the region, was not as tough as we've seen in years past. But listen, Riverdale's 10-2, right? They've rushed the ball for one of their running backs is going for a school record of over 2,000 some odd yards rushing, and we've held them to 18 total rushing yards. I mean, it reminds me of last week, right? Immokalee came in, 2 1,400-yard rushers, really run heavy, and we absolutely dominated and stopped them. The difference is I think Immokalee moved to throwing the ball a little bit. I think they threw the ball more than they ever have in any game, about 17, 18 times. Riverdale here has only thrown the ball twice.
They completed one for a first down.
And they did complete one. So eventually,
take a shot, right?
Eventually I feel like at what point do you have to, do something that's out of the norm when you're down by the scores you're down? I don't know.
Yeah, and I think it's very tough in this day and age of high school football. I'm never going to tell a coach, what plays to call. I'm not at practice. I don't know what personnel they have. But, you brought up a good point. You're talking about, Atlantic versus St. Thomas right now. And what does Atlantic have? They got the ability to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And if you have the ability to push the ball down the field and complete passes, you got a chance to win playoff
Big plays,
games.
explosive plays. I know you can do explosive plays running the ball, but going against our defense, our front seven, which is probably the best front seven since go back to 10, 11, 12, somewhere in that range, 2010, 11, 12.
I agree.
I don't see how you consistently run the ball against our front seven. You're going to have to take some shots down the field, and they just haven't. I think it plays right in our hands.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've played now. This is the second team we played for Fort Myers, and the Riverdale played Fort Myers to get here, so it's a little bit of groupthink down there, and it looks like they all just kind of run the ball, and maybe that's just something you get used to in your area, and I think as you get on into the later rounds, as you have the opportunity to make it to the third round, make it to regional championship, I think these guys, I'm guessing these coaches will go back and say, hey, listen, if we're going to get back to this point, we got to be able to throw the ball.
No, absolutely. I think they'll they may do that at halftime, right? They may
be drawing up stuff right now.
We've got to be able to do something that works, something that gets us back in this ball game. I mean, if it's me at halftime, we're going back to say, hey, what are the really good plays we can do that can push the ball down the field and do something different? Because what we're doing now is not working clearly.
Yeah, and listen, none of this takes away from the preparation that Manatee made getting ready for this game.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a great week of practice, great attendance. They were here at 7:30 every day, even though there was no school. I saw the pregame plan. The kids were here at 1 o'clock. They had pregame meals. They were working out. Our team worked out.
Coach
Lane
does a great job. He loves doing a light lift, and it's not anything crazy and excessive, but it's a light lift to get muscles moving, to get the body moving a little bit on Fridays. He loves doing that, which I think bodes really, really well. And you go look at some of the major college programs, they do the same thing. I think it was a couple years ago, there was a college program that was bringing like weights on the field, actually playing field, and doing some stuff. And that's just to get your body going. And I love bringing the kids in as early as possible. I know it puts some more strain and stress on your coaching staff and your personnel staff to be able to make sure they're not do anything crazy and that sort of thing and watch them, so to speak. But it gets them up, gets them moving instead of sleeping until 2 o'clock when they got to be here. So I think our staff has done a very good job this week preparing our guys, and we're seeing the fruits of our labor right now being up 38-0.
Well, it's been 10 years, right? 2014 was the last time we won a regional championship. We were at this game, I believe, in 2019. But it looks like, we're going to be able to close one out here, and what a great opportunity for these seniors, many who were here at a tough time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Listen, it's been a great night, and as you watch the scores, we'll see where we're at, and I look forward to seeing what's going on in the second half.
All right, well, you were listening to Chad and Bowen here on your halftime report, and we'll get ready for the second half.
Welcome back here to Joe Kinnan Field at
www.fhsaa.com. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of the Florida high school sports at nfhsnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA.
AM 930, The Answer.
Welcome back to Joe Kinnan Field at Hawkins Stadium as the Hurricanes are coming out of the locker room, as well as Riverdale Raiders, and the Canes leading 38-0 at the half. And Chad, has been all Hurricanes here in the first half. We opened it up with 2 special teams turnovers by the Riverdale Raiders. One of them we recovered, punching into the end zone. The next one we pick up, scoop, and score. And immediately up 14-0. It's been all Manatee from the get-go.
Yeah, it started really, really quick, just like last week. Really quick scores last week, block punt last week. Same thing tonight. I mean, uncharacteristic of Riverdale. When you go watch their tape, they don't really turn the ball over like that. But here's the most important part. Not only do we get the turnovers, but we scored and get points off those turnovers, I think, is the biggest part. 3 turnovers, we got points every single time, 2 touchdowns, 1 field goal. Obviously, we had a turnover ourselves from Andrew. Uncharacteristics of him. You go back and look at his stats. I think, what would you say, 3rd interception of the year, something like that.
Yep, 3rd one. That's it.
So, and again, I think he maybe threw a little bit behind Gilly as he was crossing over. But, I don't think we really got to do anything different. What we've been doing, defense has got to continue to come out, stop the run. I don't see Riverdale going in at halftime and writing plays up on the whiteboard and coming out and trying to do anything different, right? I think what their MO is, a couple turnovers, a couple big run plays, we're back in this game. I don't foresee that happening to us. And I think for us, continue to what we're doing, run the ball, and then let's get some of our guys out of here, because we know from past experience with Pinellas Park, things can get chippy at the end, and I don't want to see anybody sitting out next week.
No, I mean, it's raining now here at halftime. The rain's falling, and we got people kind of heading to the exit.
Scampering.
But I think what you got to look at, we're going to start offensively on football, get the opening kickoff. And me personally, I don't know that you run your first-team unit out there. I think you maybe do it for the first series, and then they're done. I don't know that you really want to do that defensively. I think you're going to run your first-team defensive unit out, at least for the first series.
I want to make sure you stop anything, and then you can kind of put those guys back in there. And I agree with you on offense. I don't know if we really need to. Maybe you do, just to make sure they stay in that kind of game mode. Because, listen, whatever we say about tonight with the regional final, when you get in the semifinal, I don't care who we play. If it's Atlantic, Delray Beach, if it's St. Thomas, if it's Lakeland, if it's Niceville, it's Lincoln, I don't care who you play. You're playing top-notch teams.
Exactly.
And you got to be ready to go 4 quarters against those type of teams.
I mean, that's the way the playoffs work all the time. It always narrows down. There's going to be one team might sneak in somewhere that you didn't expect.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, you're going to look at 4 of the best teams in the state of Florida are all going to be there next week. And, you look at it, is it Atlantic? Will it be St. Thomas? There's still a whole second half of that game to be played.
St. Thomas just went and scored opening kickoff of the third quarter. They're down 28-21.
Yeah.
So, listen, plenty of game left. I will say this. If we get a St. Thomas, Manatee, Lincoln specifically, and a Lakeland Final Four, that may be, between all 4 teams, the championships that we've had, 22, 23 state championships, that may be one of the best Final Fours ever.
Agreed.
I mean, ever between storied programs.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you can't find 4 schools in the same classification with the history that they all have. There's no way you'll find it anywhere else. I mean, you might find it maybe down in the 2A, 1A type deal, which are the same teams every year that are there.
Yeah.
But I kind of throw that out of the picture. You get to the bigger classifications, you don't find this very often, where you got 4 teams.
Especially in a large classification, 7A, 8A.
Correct.
Yeah, it seems like the Miami teams always rotate. It's Columbus, and then it's this team, and it's that team. They kind of rotate down there. It would be a phenomenal Final Four for all for now. Look, Niceville's beating Lincoln 21-7, so who knows what's going to happen there. But regardless, I mean, Niceville has had very good programs over the years as well. So
I think the more interesting thing is to figure out come Monday, when we should know tomorrow afternoon exactly where the rankings are, because they've all shifted again. I mean, initially the way it was laid out,
we don't know.
We're going to be in the 2-hole. The 2-hole is going to play, the 3-hole, and somebody's coming here. now we jump to 1 against 4. I don't know. It may change again over the weekend.
And that'll all play out.
Yeah, you just kind of let it go. You take care of what you got in front of you. So the Hurricanes back deep to receive here to start the second half. It'll be Keanu Smith on the near side, Keith Smith to the far side. They'll stand at the 10-yard line. Riverdale kicker is now setting up, and the way he's setting up, I wouldn't be surprised he's just going to kind of pooch it, and he does. He's going to pooch it down. It's going to be taken up front by Torrey Gilly. Gilly's going to be across 40, 45. He's going to be out across midfield and down at the 46-yard line of the Riverdale Raiders, and that's where the Hurricanes will start, 1st and 10.
I'm about to say, if I'm going to pooch, I don't know if I'm pooching to Torrey Gilly.
Well, here's the problem, though. Pick your poison. We got guys up backs.
Agreed.
I mean, it doesn't matter which way you come. This side is Jalen Bryan. I mean, pick your poison where you're going to go. Mason Summer will come on as the quarterback here to start the second half. Hurricanes up 38-0. We do have a running clock now. It'll be Keith Smith in the backfield. Canes are going to change a lot of guys out here in the second half. Mason Summer barks out the signals, hands off to Keith Smith up the middle, and Keith's going to drive forward. Still on his feet, down around the 40,
wow, no
still
whistle.
moving forward, and finally they'll stop him at the 40-yard line, a 6-yard pickup.
Wow. Great job there by Keith, running his feet there, no whistle, keep going till the whistle blows, right?
Second down and 4 for the Hurricanes. 38-0, Manatee leading here early here in the third quarter. They will move on to the state semifinal next week. We'll talk more about that as the game progresses here. This time, handoff to Keith Smith up the middle. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll give him one. They're actually going to move it. Well, they had it down around the 30. Now they'll bring it back to the 40. So no pickup.
Yeah, I think we've kind of seen the MO of the offense here in the second half, which, hey, I'm not completely disagreeing with, run the ball and let's eat this clock and get out of here victorious and move on.
Caden White will check in the backfield for the Hurricanes. Third down and 3. Hand off to White up the middle, driving forward.
Close.
Be just shy of the first down, about a yard, a little over a yard. Long 1, short 2. Pick your poison, right?
You probably go for it. I mean, why not, right? I mean, defense is playing really, really well. You get the first down, great job. If you don't, hey, they still got it on their own 40, 38. And they got to go a distance.
The wind is absolutely
Howling
ripping across this field right now.
And it's raining, too.
Hand off to Caden White. He's going to be slung down in the backfield, a loss on the play, and turnover on downs by the Hurricanes. So Riverdale will start at their own 41-yard line. 1st and 10, trailing 38-0. 8.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Well, I think if you're Riverdale, good stop, right? Good job defensively. Get the offense back the ball as soon as they can. And now defensively, we got to continue to do what we do. Looks like we got all starters out there, minus Ronan Dangler, who Bowen said at halftime he may have gotten dinged up. I don't see him.
I saw him come up off of one
sideline.
play a little slow, but don't need him here in the second half. Hayes will keep it himself, fakes the jet sweep, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll drive forward for about a 3-yard pickup. Second down and 7 for the Raiders. The way things are going to play out, the Hurricanes will move on to the state semifinals, and it's been a long time since we've reached the state semifinal game.
Yeah. 2014, against Apopka, going over there, getting beat. I was on the staff then. Cold night, that one. Apopka went on and won the state championship.
Hayes on the carry, gets out of the first tackle, and then he's stacked up. It's going to be Jason Smith Jr. along with Caleb Matalau on a stop. Christian Figueroa also in the middle of that. Brings up 3rd down and long for the Raiders.
Yeah, they obviously, being a run-heavy team, they don't want to be in 3rd and 5 and longer. So it doesn't really bode well for their scheme, so the Hurricanes can capitalize.
Harris will go under center here. Hands off to Hayes. Hayes has nowhere to go. It's Alvoid Keenan right there to meet him at the line of scrimmage along with Ian Johnson-Kelly, Christian Figueroa. Front 3 just smothered him, and no gain, brings up 4th and long.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard pressed. Go back to Lowndes, really, is the last team that's really been able to run on us, on our front 7. And Caleb, everybody's kind of second, third game. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Caleb didn't play in that game. This time, handoff at the middle. It's going to be Blanchard. He's going to have the first down. Needed 5, got 6, and a first down for the Raiders. We'll have a stoppage on the play for a water break. We'll take a timeout to hear from the FHSAA.
The Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate sponsors who help make the FHSAA Football Championship possible. Team IP, the official merchandising company of the FHSAA. Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Max Preps, official scores and statistics of the FHSAA. GoFan, official online ticket provider of the FHSAA. Perf Jones, the official championship ring partner of the FHSAA. The NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. And Wilson, provider of the official game ball for the 2024 FHSAA Football Championships.
38-0 our score here. 6:07 to go in the third quarter. Wait for the official to put the ball in play. There we go. Running clock is off and running again. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hayes out of the Wildcat. He'll take it, tries to go off the left side. Ian Johnson-Kelly just wraps him up. And I'll tell you what, Ian Johnson-Kelly is going to get credit for the tackle, but it's Alvoid Keenan who turned him right back into it.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, Alvoid Keenan shot through the gap unblocked, and that's where he had to cut back right to Ian Johnson-Kelly. But, again, the penetration up front, Alvoid Keenan has one of the quickest get-offs when the ball is snapped that I've seen in a long, long, long time.
2nd down and 11, a loss of 1 on the play. This time it'll be Harris under center. Hand off to Hayes, and Hayes met the backfield. This time he's going to be hit by Alvoid Keenan, wrapped up by Caleb Matalau.
Again, kind of we just put that on repeat. Oh, yeah. They're going to flag us for. Come on, man. We did a high. Come on, this is ridiculous.
Well, that's all right. They're going to throw the flag for celebration stuff, which is.
You take the fun out of the game. They're high-fiving each other. You're not taunting the other team. You're high-fiving each other. I mean, come on.
Unsportsmanlike on the Hurricanes. And it's one of these things where, all right, do your job the way you're supposed to do it. Stay within what you're doing. You don't have to rub it in, right? So the other team knows what we're doing. I know we're celebrating amongst ourselves, but the official on this side is the one who sees it and threw the flag. Hey, when it's a running clock, I really don't have a problem with it. It kind of slows the game down a little bit. More time runs off.
That is very true.
1st and 10. Hayes on the carry, and he's going to be swallowed up. Caleb Matalau on the stop, along with, I believe that was Alvoid Keenan in there as well.
We just can't get too excited about anything because I don't want any more flags. But regardless, great front 7 pressure.
Loss of 1 on the play. The front 3 is absolutely controlled the line of scrimmage.
I mean, there's no other way you can say it between what Ian and Alvoid and Christian have done. is phenomenal. And then you add in the linebackers and, earlier Dangler and Matalau and
2nd and 11 for the Raiders. Fakes it. Harris rolling left. He'll just dump it out and in and out of the intended receiver's hands. Blanchard. Would have been a pickup for about 7, but he dropped the football. Good coverage out there in the flat.
Yeah, kind of something they don't really do. That play action, they don't really do a whole lot. And you can just kind of see it's just not natural to them to just catch, throw and catch. It just doesn't seem natural to run pass plays just because they don't do it very often.
3rd down and 11 for the Raiders at the Hurricane 37-yard line. Harris takes a snap, fakes it. Now he's just going to throw it up for grabs, and nobody sees it.
Sorry, look.
Intended receiver never saw it, overthrew him by about 6 yards, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, no, he was getting pressure right from the jump from Ian Johnson-Kelly. Didn't really have any time to set his feet and even do anything. Actually, I think the corner route would have been open if he had a little more time, but he did not because of the pressure.
Approaching 2 minutes ago here in the 3rd quarter, Manatee leading 38-0. This time they'll flank 2 receivers either side. Harris will go out of the gun. Takes a snap, dropping under pressure, and they really come after him hard. Incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Canes will come back offensively. Good job by the defense.
Well, and, on a screen like that, which is what they were setting up, you really want the D lineman to stop and kind of trace back. But because they got back there so quick, they caused the quarterback to not be able to have any time to even let the screen set up. And then Keanu Smith just almost had the pick there on that screen, which is a name we really haven't been calling.
Not in a while.
Weeks.
No.
He was a guy, he's got some pick sixes, and K24, they like to call him. Kayvon has had a great season, but he's kind of been absent the last couple weeks because we really haven't needed him because it's not an inside run game.
Yeah, I say he's been quiet. We haven't called his name a lot, but he's done his job, right? So
Absolutely.
He's taking the guys
and he's around
away.
tackles.
Yes.
There's no question about that.
He's taking away guys in pass coverage. He's done exactly what you ask of him. It's time to be Keith Smith across the 40 and leans forward out to the 44-yard line. 7-yard pickup on the play. 2nd down and 3. Should get one more play here to wind out the 3rd quarter. We're under 50 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
It's only 9:08.
Finally, a game that's moving along. I love it. Rivalry weekend. Can't wait for it tomorrow. Hand off to Caden White. White across midfield. Spins out of a tackle. He's still across the 40. Still on his feet. Down around the 35-yard line. Finally taken down at the 34. 18-yard pickup and a 1st down for the Hurricanes.
You called Caden White right there, freshman. Keith Smith in the last carry, sophomore, The running back stable is going to be live and active the next 3 or 4 years with those 2 guys carrying the ball.
See if they'll run one more play before the 3rd quarter ends. 2-1-0, and nope, does not get it off. So Canes leading 38-0 at the end of 3. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Final on AM 930, The Answer.
If you want a company that treats you and your family right, then you must be in Conley Country. Conley Buick GMC in Bradenton is the proud recipient of GMC's Dealer of the Year award. This rare designation.
AJ, go ahead and run the Brown and Sons after this.
60 years of exceptional service. So experience the difference for yourself today. Tons of inventory.
We'll try and catch up as we go.
GMC's Dealer of the Year, Conley Buick GMC. We are professional grade on Cortez Road West in Bradenton and at ConleyBuickGMC.com. Welcome to Conley Country.
Go Canes! Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory wish Manatee High
Bring it
School
back after
the
this
best
one.
This season. Brown & Sons have been your Manatee neighbor for half a century with 3 generations of service and caring professionals to guide your family through these difficult times. Featuring Trust 100 pre-planning to handle all your local and long-distance needs. Celebrate the game of football, but when the game of life must end, depend on Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory to serve you. Online at brownandsonsfuneral.com.
AM 930, The Answer.
Keith Smith on first down carries it up the middle for a 3-yard pickup, bring up 2nd down and 7. Canes up 38-0. They will advance to the state semifinal next week. We should be at home. That's the
TBD.
Projection is. So Jabari Sanders will come in at quarterback for the Hurricanes now. Sanders handoff to White off the left side. White still on his feet, flips forward. Pickup of about 4. Bring up 3rd and, well, yeah, let's call it 3. Two and a half.
Some scores around the Class 5A. Atlantic Delray Beach up 35-21 over St. Thomas. Lakeland up 21-7 over Tampa Bay Tech. And Niceville up 24-3 at halftime over Lincoln.
Things are starting to set into
develop
place.
A little bit. Yep. Getting that witching hour, as you like to say.
I love it. 3rd and 3. Sanders fakes the handoff, slips, and his knee actually went down.
Yeah,
faked the handoff there to Malik Bryant. They'll mark him down at the 30-yard line. Canes will have to get to the 24 for a first down.
You know, I mean, call me crazy. I mean, I don't know if Owens has the leg here. But, you know, I know it's going to be a 47. Why not, right? I mean.
Well, you're trading out 10 yards. If he misses it,
correct.
It moves it to the 10,
and then
20,
now
right?
you've got, hey, you've made this in a game. I don't know if he can do it or not.
Canes will go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Sanders at quarterback. Takes a snap. He'll hand off to Malik Bryant. Spins out of the first tackle. Still running room to cross. He's got the first down. Needed 6, got 6.5, maybe 7, but enough for the first down by Malik Bryant.
Great run by Malik, just not really going down. Got hit at behind line of scrimmage, spun out of that, and then really good physical run to get that 7 yards for the first down to keep the Hurricanes get the ball.
1st and 10, Hurricanes at the Raiders' 23-yard line. They'll break the huddle to go 2 receivers right. 1 to the left. Sanders takes it, hands off inside to Keith Smith, and Keith Smith drives forward for a couple of yards. Get it down around the 20. Let's see where they officially set it. Put it on the 20-yard line, and the Canes are in the Pinch A Penny red zone. Pinch A Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool. For all your pool and spa supplies, go to Pinch A Penny, 3500 Manatee Avenue West. Canes leading 38-0, 8:30 to go in our ball game. Hand off to Caden White, and Caden bounces it to the right just a hair and gets it down around the 16-yard line.
Caden only being a freshman, I don't think I've ever seen him get hit and go backwards.
No.
He always seems to be falling forward and moving his legs as he falls forward. And only as a freshman to be able to do that against varsity level, he's going to be very special, I think, moving on in the next couple years.
Malik Bryant now in the backfield, offset to the right of Sanders. Sanders will keep himself off the left side, and he's going to be just shy of the first down, I think, about a yard. Ran out of bounds around the 16 or 14-yard line. He need less than a yard. He's right at a yard, maybe a hair shy of it. Approaching 7 minutes to go on our game, and Chad, the Canes are going to move to the state semifinal game for the first time in many, many years.
Listen, we talked about this, I think, early in the year, especially we played competitive against Lowndes. When we beat Buchholz, I think we all started talking this team, especially if we mature and get better, this team could be a special one and make a run, and we're doing it. There's no question. And, we'll play a really stout team next week, whoever it is. And we're going to have our competition, cut out for us. But
Sanders cuts back, and he's got the first down across the 10 to the 5 and run out of bounds around the 4, maybe the 3-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, 1st and goal, Hurricanes.
Great job there from Jabari Sanders. Nothing was really there on the right side. Cuts it back, makes the guy miss. And then his speed just around together in the corner. By the way, freshman, right? Another athletic guy that we've got on the field for future.
We have a stoppage play on the field. We'll take a timeout as well and hear from the FHSAA.
Football fans, the best games are yet to be played. Make plans to attend the 2024 Florida High School Football State Championship Games. The intense action takes place December 6th for the Roll class at the range at H.G. Morris Stadium, and December 11th through the 14th for Class 1A through 7A at Pitbull Stadium at Florida International University in Miami. Come out and watch the best in Florida high school football play. Visit the FHSAA website at FHSAA.com for more information.
1st and goal, Hurricanes at the 2-yard line. 6:30 to go on our game. Manatee leading 38-0. Hey, this weekend, go out and visit the Sandbar Beach House and Mar Vista, one of the 3 best waterfront dining experiences you can have. Sandbar Beach House or Mar Vista as they continue to rebuild and move forward. I know the Beach House is open and running. I'm not sure about the other 2, but go out and visit them. First down, Sanders hands off to Caden White, leaning forward, and no gain on the play. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage and bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful weekend. We've always seen the front coming through. Wind has been whipping this afternoon, this evening, and definitely go out there. I love Sandbar, being able to walk out from the beach, but they're all great places to be able to go get some shrimp, watch some games.
Malik Bryant in the backfield. The handoff. Nope, fakes it. Jabari will keep it himself. Sanders walks in 2 yards, and we have a flag on the play. Let's see if it'll stand, but Sanders originally scored, but it'll be a hold against the Hurricanes. They'll back it up, negate that touchdown.
That's a tough one. Kind of looked like, I don't know if we were actually ready when the snap happened. And
Malik wasn't set. Nobody was. I thought they could have called a false start.
Yeah, that's what I thought the call was going to be.
10 yards march backwards. They'll put the ball 2nd and goal from the 12. Approaching 5 minutes to go in the game. Again, the Hurricanes will advance to the state semifinal next week. No gain on the play, a loss of a yard there. That might be one of the most shocking scores I've seen.
First off, I didn't know Georgia Tech were playing tonight.
I thought it was tomorrow,
But then let alone Georgia Tech up 17-0.
Wow.
Is extremely surprising.
Don't tell your wife that, because I said there's no chance that Georgia Tech would win.
She's going to be mad at you.
That's all on me. 3rd and goal for the Hurricanes at the Raiders 15. Bringing everybody up. They'll hand off, and nobody fakes it, and he's going to be sacked. I thought they gave it off there to Keanu Smith. They did not. A loss on the play, and that'll back them up to the 18-yard line. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. And they'll bring on Owen right here. So good time to attempt the field goal attempt. He's going to have a strong wind right to left. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Owen Jones off the left hash. Jalen Bryant to hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up and nowhere close. Way left. No good, and turnover on downs after the missed field goal attempt, and the Raiders will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 3 minutes to go in our football game.
Here's some scoring recaps. Niceville 24-3 over Lincoln. Hey, Venice heading to another semifinal. They're up 41-10 over West Orange in the late 3rd quarter. 35-21. Delray Beach Atlantic still over St. Thomas Aquinas. Lakeland 21-7 over Tempe Tech.
Well, it appears it's going to be Manatee, Lakeland.
Niceville.
Delray Beach and Niceville. And if things stay the way they are, it's going to be Niceville coming down to play Lakeland, and Atlantic will come here to Manatee, but we'll know more on Sunday. That could change. First down for the Raiders. They'll get the ball across the 25 to the 27-yard line, 7-yard pickup.
And I think tomorrow morning, FHSAA announced that they'll have everything semifinals ready to go. I think tomorrow morning, which you know what, there's kind of some excitement, right? I mean, like, hey, where do we land? Everybody's going to be watching. Everybody's going to see where the rankings go, who the seeds are. But hey, listen, from this win,
bar none, we're hosting. There's no way we're
host.
moving out, right? So we're at home next week. I don't see how that's going to change.
Whether the 1 seed or 2 seed, that'll be determined.
Hayes picks up 4 and gets a first down for the Raiders. Just under 2 minutes to go in the ball game.
And even if re-rankings happened, which they announced Tuesday, they put out re-rankings. We're now the 1 seed instead of 2. I don't see how we fall. I think we host the lowest seed, which as of right now is Delray Beach Atlantic beating St. Thomas.
No way we fall.
Unless they jump Niceville, which I don't necessarily see that.
Can't go any lower than 2, period. So
nice job, Jackson Peacher.
Jackson Peacher on the stop of Hayes. No gain on the play.
What's just been really impressive in the last 2 games is both these teams, Riverdale and Mockley last week, very run-heavy, very productive running teams, and we have just dominated the line of scrimmage. And both teams have not been able to do anything run the ball against us at all.
Second down and 10 for the Raiders. Handoff inside is going to be Blanchard. He's going to power his way across, pick up 13. Get the ball all the way out to the Raider 45-yard line. First and 10, 45 seconds remaining in the football game. We're probably 1, maybe 2 plays away from this being a finale, but what a tremendous job by the Hurricanes. All season they continue to stay on this march towards the 5A state championship. Handoff to Hayes. He bounces it outside. Gets some running room. He get a 9, maybe 10. They give him 9 yards on the carry. 20 seconds to go. They'll quickly get back to the line of scrimmage, try and run one more play. 15 seconds left before the Canes can say, hey, it's all ours. It's academic at this point, just trying to keep him out of the end zone for the shutout. Harris will hand off to Hayes. Hayes finds some running room.
Wrap
through
up.
the 2 guys. Gets through a third, but that will be the final play of the game. The Canes victorious in the region final. They'll move on to the state semifinal. Hurricanes victorious 38-0. We'll take a timeout here from all our sponsors. Come back with the Hurricane postgame report. You're listening to the FHSAA 2024 region final on AM 930, The Answer.
Great job, baby. Enjoy it. Says 2-14.